I think you all can start.
Thank you, Sunny. Thank you so much. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, I think he'll come online. You know, there's some. It's gone offline.
Okay, okay, not a problem.
If you want to pause the recording, you can just click on that button.
What is an SD process? The SD process,
Yes.
mainly in SD, we'll have one is the sales department, another one is the shipping department, the logistics department, and the billing department. These three plays the major role in, these three divisions are very important for an SD consultant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
There'll be pre-sales team and all who gets us the inquiries, then the quotations which we can the orders. Then comes the logistics department. In logistics, we have warehouse. Then we'll have all the other departments coming. Then comes the billing departments and all from an FA point of view, accounts receivable. All this will happen. So for us, for the SD, the three central components will be sales department, shipping department, and billing department.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And along with that, as I said, optional components that will be coming into picture will be one is the transportation management who take care of our logistics. Okay. And there'll be a credit management team who checks the credibility of the customer. How good is the customer? How will he pass records? Whether he's a high risk customer, low risk customer, or can we give something on credit for him? All this will be maintained. We'll just check this as a part of SD. And we have another department like quality management, which will be linked. Like in case if there is any defective pieces, or whether the goods are all checked or not. All this will be done by there is a quality management, and there's a warehouse management department who are responsible for picking the goods from the warehouse,
packing,
they do the picking, packing. They get it from the warehouse to the place where they start delivering the goods. They get the goods to the shipping points. All this will be taken care of by the warehouse management.
What role do we play in quality management, Dinesh?
We doesn't play any role in the quality management. We
Okay.
comes into picture when there is a deep say a material which has a faulty material giving quality. So comes the process of the returns. Like that is where
Okay. So,
we come in.
quality management where returns comes. Okay, okay, okay.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Quality management is where we get the returns and we send the goods to. There'll be a movement type that will just come across, which will not give to unrestricted goods. That will send back to blocked stock, or that will send the goods to again quality check. All that will come into picture then.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that's the thing, and mainly like the main components will be like managing all the aspects of customer contracts, the customer acquisitions, negotiable with customers. The pricing. All this will be done by the pre-sales team. I mean, not the front end team. The front end team before they raise a sales order, all this part will be taken care. After that, they will have a master data. Then the ATP check. All this will happen.
Customer acquisition in the sense any customer fault or something like that. Customer acquisition.
Yeah, customer acquisitions is nothing but it's mainly like whatever the customer, like for example, say he raised there'll be a contract where he gives some particular say particular quantity of goods or something. Like there'll be a contract and there'll be a time period in between. So those are the dealings in which it comes into picture. In that dealings, what all the negotiations that can happen.
Okay, cool.
Related to the pricing negotiation, and shipping negotiations will be like, who will take care of the transportation? Will company bear the responsibility, or will customer himself will get his transportation or whatever? Who will take? all that things will come into picture.
How
Okay.
about this ATP check?
ATP check is nothing but it's something like availability to promise. Like
Availability to
when will be the
promise. Okay.
availability to promise, which means
Yeah.
this comes into scheduling part. Once the customer places an order, he
Okay.
will say, today is 14th, I want the goods to be delivered on 20th. Then this availability to promise will check whether it is possible to deliver the goods to the customer by 20th.
Okay.
First it will, system will do, will come across in details. I'm just giving you an overview.
Sure. Sure.
The system will do a backward scheduling first from the customer desired date till today's date, and it will check whether the material is available. If the material is available, and then there will be pick pack time, loading time. There will be a lot of different time. Like for picking and packing, we need 2 days time. Okay, for loading we need 1 day time. But for total transportation we need 2 days time. And for the material availability we don't need. So all these calculations system will do automatically in the background. We will set up a system in such a way that everything happens in the background, and it gives the date on which the material will be available.
Okay.
So this is called ATP logic. So all this, whatever process I'm explaining, it happens in a matter of seconds.
Oh
Like
yeah.
system,
Yeah.
you would have configured everything in the background, so it happens and it throws us the date. So that is where the ATP check comes into picture.
Yeah.
Right?
So full form of ATP is availability to promise.
Availability to promise, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the shipping department and the logistics execution, where we manage all the aspects of outbound delivery logistics, the picking part, the packing part, the batch splitting, the preparing shipping documents. There will be different documents that are responsible. So all this will come across picking, packing, and all later on when we comes to the delivery, doing with the delivery part.
Okay.
Then I'll share across what are the standard shipping documents that we'll be having. Okay. And batch splitting is nothing but like now whenever the goods, when we are producing a goods, we produce in some batches. A batch will have a particular number. So that it will be used for tracking. For example, you would have heard in the recent past that Volkswagen want to get so many cars which are produced from this year to this year.
Exactly. Is
So
it
that how do they
something to
come
do
up?
with invoice number?
It's no, there's something called a batch number.
Batch number
is where it, batch number is where it gets produced. When we do, for example, we are creating a medicine industry, a pharmaceutical industry, where they will have a batch number, which means they will know through the batch when is the production date, when is the expiry date of the entire batch. Like okay, if there is any problem, for example, there are some materials in Volkswagen, like or in Maruti Suzuki, for example, there are some division where they produce faulty goods, and they realize in the later stage they want to recall. How do they recall? So they will see in which batch they produce. Okay, in this batch, these are all the cars that we have produced. So they're going to recall all those cars. So batch will be helpful in that, in pharmaceutical industry, for example, to know the expiry dates and all. So that is where the batch comes into picture.
Okay.
So whether the batch splitting is possible, whether they during the delivery, for example, the customer has placed 10 orders, and I have in one batch some 3 materials, say 3 items, and in another batch I have 7 items. Whether the batch splitting is fine or not, or he needs from the same batch. So all this we'll be checking as a part of batch splitting. Okay. Then when it comes to the billing department, creating bills for the sales orders and deliveries. The billing can be either from the sales order or from the delivery. Like sometimes customers, sometimes the deal with the customer will be in such a way that you place an order, you pay the amount first, then we deliver the goods. Sometimes like during the sales, how Paytm does its business, right? The Paytm and all, it asks for the payment first, then it starts delivering the goods. And sometimes the billing can be delivery dates like Flipkart. Like once you get the goods, so you do the cash on delivery, right? So the billing can be either based on sales order or based on deliveries. then checking the correctness on the prices and all, whether it's right or not, then mailing bill to customers, the invoice that you get. The dunning outstanding payments is like will come in the later part. I'll tell what is dunning and all. This is most of the FI and a little bit of SD, nothing much. So I'll just explain you the dunning parts later.
Okay.
Okay. And transportation management department, it comes into picture when you have a route planning, selecting the freight forward, the transport capacity optimization, like how do they optimize and send the goods, and detailed delivery scheduling and monitoring the delivery process. All this will become as a part of transportation management. Okay. Now credit management, what we spoke. The credit management comes into picture to monitor the customer accounts, like whether he has any outstanding due already, evaluating the payment history, how he has done the payments, like how our Airtel or Vodafone postpaid bill payments were found. Like, or when you go for a loan, they check your outstanding, like evaluating what is your history, how you have done everything. Defining credit limits, configuring credit control area, and monitoring the block documents. All this we'll just discuss. Like if it's a high risk customer, then automatically the sales order goes into the block. It will not let you create the delivery. Then it goes to approval of the higher authorities. Then they will check, okay.
When we create the credit limit, this happens, right?
Right, credit limit or high risk customer. There are different configurations that we maintain.
Okay.
We maintain and we'll say that, okay, then it goes to the block, then there will be a particular concerned guy who will say, okay, we can release this guy. So he'll be responsible.
Okay.
Saying that, okay, maybe he has not done, maybe he'll do it. So the business will evaluate and will just approve the payment and release the documents that they can go ahead with the delivery.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next slide we speak about the quality management. Quality management, as I said, managing all the aspects of the quality assurance, setting up the quality management process, defining inspection plans and methods, handling samples and inspection lots, releasing the blocking shipments for quality reasons and all, releasing or blocking, whatever. So all this will be taken care by the quality management team.
Cool. Okay.
And the warehouse management. The warehouse management is what it's mainly deal with the managing the stocks at different level. So they deal with the goods receipt, the storage, where do they store, from where they have to issue the goods. They'll be having a big warehouse where they go store. They'll have something called high rack, low rack, like normal storage. How do they pick? When it comes to delivery, from which storage they have to pick the goods, where exactly is the storage, and how do they optimize the space? Like a big place is there, they cannot keep a small item. They have to make sure that, and it should not be even more. For example, the bin, the storage bin, what you call it, if the capacity is 10, say 10 kgs, it can hold. We cannot hold a good of 20 kgs. So all that will maintain in there. So optimizing
like cold storage or like that. Okay.
All the storage will be there. So we'll be just doing all this. And how do they reduce, like once it goes to warehouse, how do like reducing transportation waste? It means we have 10 orders, so we can go pick all the goods at a time and come back, so that they can save time. So how do they optimize? All this will be taken care by warehouse management.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll come to the organizational structure. In an organization structure, the highest point of any organization is a client.
Yeah.
So we call it as company. So it represents a company within an SAP. It's like business independent entity. So for example, Tata's is one group. In that you have Tata Consultancy Services, you have Tata Motors, you have different say company codes in them. So client will be Tata. You have different company codes. Like company code is the smallest entity for accounting, and it is a main for a company code definition will come inside the finance.
Okay.
And for us, the sales organization is our highest level of highest level from the sales point of view. Okay. The company code, it owns a profit and loss statements, everything will be from the company code.
How about
Then
this?
you have
What is
plant.
this exactly? This is entities,
Which one?
independent entities in the sense?
See, business independent entity.
Yeah.
Business independent entity, but it's for example, Tata is a business enterprise. Like it's a full enterprise. So
Mm.
business independent entities are nothing but a different business setups.
Mm-hmm.
Like like say you can actually use a term like calling a separate company code, like a separate company. TCS is a business independent entity. It
Okay.
works as one business independent entity.
Mm-hmm.
It does not need to have any effect on something like. So a entire highest level where you call it, some businesses will have not Tata's now. TCS is an independent entity. Every is an independent. Some business will have where the client will be one entity and all the company codes are dependent on that client. So
Okay. Okay.
there will be some companies which work dependent on each other, and there will
Mm-hmm.
be some companies which work independently of each other,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is where the differentiation comes. What
Okay.
is a independent entity versus an dependent
And
entity?
dependent. This sales organization is an highest level of organization,
For
organizational
for
structure in SAP
from the
SD.
sales point,
Yeah.
right, from sales point of view.
Yeah.
Yes, and we have something called plant, and
Mm-hmm.
in company code we'll get plant also.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's subdivided into enterprise from viewpoint of production, procurement, and material planning.
Exactly.
Represent a site or a location. What is a
Uh,
plant?
yeah,
And yeah,
I just forgot this meaning for procurement. What is exactly
procurement is
procurement?
nothing. See, procurement is nothing but,
Hmm.
for example, say, mm, I'll give you an example. I'm just thinking a best example for you.
Okay.
For example, for my material,
Mm.
okay, I am into clothes business,
Mm. Mm.
okay, clothes business, and I want to produce some t-shirts or
Okay.
shirts.
Okay. Okay.
So I want cotton.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
So I use cotton to produce, but I need to procure cotton from somewhere.
Okay.
I'm not into cotton business.
Mm.
I'm into t-shirt manufacturing.
Mm.
But what I do, if I have my own plants where I produce cotton, so I'll do internal procurement. Like,
Mm.
okay, or not only cotton, you can take any other example. Like
Mm.
to do my end finished product,
Mm.
I need so many materials to be assembled.
Ah,
From
ah, 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 ah.
when it comes to
So many
car,
raw
when it comes
materials.
so many, to make a car, I need some headlights,
Ah.
I need some truck, I need some bonnet. Maybe it's not, I need some screws. Maybe it's not that I will produce everything by myself. I'll
Mm-hmm.
produce the engine. I'll
Mm.
produce the engine. I'll make the engine, but I'll procure just all the materials from different vendors.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
some maybe from an internal vendor. So procurement is nothing but to
Yeah.
getting the stock or getting the raw materials from outside to make my finished goods. That is
Okay.
procurement.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Procurement is part of materials management. How do they
Materials
procure the
management.
goods?
Okay.
Materials management and production planning, they come into picture of the procurement. So
Okay.
once it's procured and they made it, then sales department comes into picture to sell it.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So plant, what is a plant? A plant is a site or a location where we do all the activities like
Mm-hmm.
production or sales, everything from where the goods goes and all.
We can also say where
Inside a plant,
delivering take place. Plant is a where in the terms of sales and distribution where it is delivering plant. Plant is an delivering place.
no, shipping point is where the delivery takes place.
Okay.
Shipping point is where we ship the goods. The
Okay.
plant is where we procure, and from plant we'll take it to a location, shipping location. From the shipping location is where we deliver the goods.
Okay. Okay.
So from a sales point of view, for procurement, it's plant. So
Mm-hmm.
from where do we get the goods,
Mm-hmm.
and which customer? For example, I have a customer so in Canada. So but my plant is let's take example in India. So my plant is somewhere, uh, for example, say in Bangalore to Mysore or something.
Mm-hmm.
So places an order Mysore. So if there is a plant available in Bangalore, then we'll assign the plant from Bangalore. If not, maybe in Delhi. So we
Okay,
assign
okay.
the Delhi plant. We'll assign the plant, but again, it does not necessary that from the plant it has to get delivered. There may be
Mm-hmm.
changes. I'll just explain you
Okay, okay,
in the from data changes, like how it comes.
okay.
Okay, so the plant is nothing but where the stock generation and the end goods we prepare, right? I mean we
Mm.
manufacture takes place,
Okay, okay.
and inside plant there will be storage locations.
Mm-hmm.
Storage locations is where we store different goods.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a physical stock inside the storage location, and
Okay.
inventory management takes place inside a storage location.
Uh,
And
exactly. Can you just give me an brief through inventory management?
inventory management is nothing but how do we store the goods.
Okay.
There may be like inventory management is like how do you manage your inventories. Inventory is nothing but your stock that you produce.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So, so how do you actually manage them? Okay,
Okay.
so there may be in warehouse and all, there may be and I'll just tell you
Okay.
a inventory management, a warehouse without an inventory management is storage location.
Okay.
A warehouse with warehouse management, you will have warehouse. Like
Okay. Okay. Okay.
a storage location, it's where the same storage is done. If they want to go deeper into the storage location, then warehouse comes into picture.
Okay.
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 Some company doesn't need to track in much more details about warehouse management, so they store. They
Okay.
store, like say, okay, all the goods in the initial, like the first in, first out. Like
Mm.
they store in some places where all the goods, okay, whichever went first, they have to be delivered first, so
Okay.
that the expiry of the materials will not be in picture. If the recently produced will go, then the initial products may get expired.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And there may be like some things like injection and all requires very cold storage.
Mm-hmm.
So there has to be a separate storage for them. There
Mm-hmm.
may be some hazardous goods which are highly flammable, and you
Mm-hmm.
need to store them separately. You cannot combine with the regular goods. So
Mm-hmm.
all this inventory management takes care of all these different
Mm.
kind of how do they manage the inventory that they have in the storage location.
Okay. Okay.
Get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's come to the sales, our sales point of view now. Sales organization. What is a sales organization? A sales organization produces and services. I mean, it's actually sales organization is an entity,
Mm-hmm.
like it's a front end kind of an office where we deal with the uh, what do you call, we deal with the uh, customers. Like we just sit, we just speak, and we negotiate on the prices. And in Bangalore, if you say there may be a company may have uh, many offices like
Mm.
sales. So each one will be different. Each one will be differentiated from the sales organization point of view. This is a, for
Mm.
example, in Bangalore, say we have north, east, west, south, or different uh, say we have different showrooms somewhere. Let's just speak from some which industry you would like to speak about. Automobile industry is good.
Yeah. Yeah. Automobile is good.
Automobile is good, right?
Yeah,
So
because
let's say,
I was working for BMW for a while.
uh,
I was in sales administration, vehicle allocation department for Navneet
okay,
Motors.
okay,
For an
okay,
year, I worked over there, so I'll be very much easy with the automobile sector.
okay. So automobile industry, we'll just speak about them. We'll just take automobile
Yeah,
industry as an
yeah,
example.
yeah.
So from the automobile industry, so you will have different divisions in here. So a
Mm,
different Omni Motors may have different divisions. So
mm,
each one will behave like, for example, uh, a guy in the west who has placed an order in one of his Mysore Road campus. You're from Bangalore, right?
yeah, yeah. Bangalore, Bangalore.
Yeah. Right. So maybe from Magadi Road. So that is the office that he approaches, whichever is near. So the sales organization is where the negotiation of prices and conditions will happen, and also from where they sell the goods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is a sales organization.
Mm. Okay.
You're able to understand what sales
Yeah,
organization,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Then distribution channel.
Mm.
Like distribution channel is nothing but what are the different modes from my business? What are the different kind of distribution that I have?
Mm-hmm.
For example, I may have a direct sales by keeping my own showroom once a
Mm.
manufacturer. I may give it to a dealer from which who actually sells the goods. Or there may be some cases where agents will come into picture.
Mm.
For example, real estate, and
Mm-hmm.
retail is coming when it comes to
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
some products like dairy milk or Cadbury's or something. So
Mm-hmm.
what all the different strategies that I use to
Mm.
sell my goods is the
Okay.
distribution channel.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes there may be a customer who
Mm.
who who is a retail customer. Like he cannot, so he comes to a broker. There may be I may open my own showroom and just keep the goods. I may even give it to the agent or
Okay.
say franchisee kind of a thing. We're
Mm-hmm.
asking him to you can take care. Like now, Need Motors taking BMW franchise or
Mm-hmm.
BMW itself opening its own showroom.
Mm-hmm. How about in the service
So all
industries, Dinesh?
service industries, money.
In the service industries, distribution channel, how it takes place?
Service industry also distribution channel will be there, right? See, SAP what we implement is mainly for product-based companies. So
Okay.
service means which service are you speaking about?
Like in the
See,
service, where
hospitality.
see, in automobile there is a service sector, like what do you say, going and servicing, and people servicing, like if there is an wood industry, going and servicing the furnitures
See,
or the parts or
see,
something.
see, that's the thing. Who is doing that? Will you be doing, or or are you sending someone else in behalf of you? What distribution are you using? Right.
Distribution of parts. Oh, that comes in the product itself. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So distribution is where the business will come up. Like we will design according to the business needs. It's purely upon the requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Like the industry specific will come to know. Then we'll be like, what exactly how do we configure. There may be like a business scenario where they say that I don't want any distribution channel, boss, just keep one distribution channel, that's it. I just use this and it's for my entire business.
Okay.
There are many business scenarios that we develop. They're saying that we don't have any much of distributions, so we just use a standard distribution channel, and all the products are sent only from the same distribution channel.
Okay.
There may be some networking industries like we have Nokia or we have Airtel, Vodafone.
Mm-hmm.
So who actually deals not with the networking part, not with the mobile networks I'm saying, but related to the networking of installing the towers and all, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in those industries, there'll be only one distribution channel. They don't go with multiple distribution channels at all. There'll be
Mm-hmm.
just one distribution channel and there'll be only one division.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And division is nothing but, and again, what all the different materials that you have.
Mm.
Like a division of materials, like all the, all your, say, all the one department is responsible for full manufacturing a car. Another, like say in car also a BMW 3 Series, a
Yeah, 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 yeah. Parts,
5
motorbikes,
Series. So all the,
cycles. Yeah, yeah.
even maybe they're only doing cars. Then again, you can do a division based on which
Yeah, yeah. It's like
has
SUV,
multi.
hatchback.
Right, right, right.
Okay, okay.
So different. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Do I get this
sales
presentation,
area is
Dinesh?
nothing but sales presentation. I'll just send it across once I'm ready. Actually, do some modifications for
Mm-hmm.
you. Use that for you. Just give me this weekend time. I'll send you by Monday.
Okay, sure, sure.
Different. I'll after that I'll just send you every day once we are done with the
Sure, 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 sure.
I'll
Yeah,
just send across
yeah,
the
yeah.
presentation.
Sales area, sales. Okay.
So sales area is nothing but
Combination of sales organization.
a common quality.
Yeah.
Like okay, so in the north, so I have a direct sales and I'm selling cars. That becomes one sales area. So
Mm,
you maintain different sales areas that you have according to the combinations,
mm,
whatever business has.
mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apart from sales organization, distribution channel, and division,
Mm,
you have optional entries, sales office and sales group. These are not mandatory, but to create any sales order, sales organization, distribution channel, and division are mandatory.
mm,
And we
mm,
have optional organizational units like sales office and sales group.
mm,
Sales office,
mm,
it's something like we'll have separate different at different locations. We have
mm,
if a sales office actually physically represents it. A sales
mm,
organization is
mm,
actually kind of, it's not a physical entity. It's
mm,
something like you create
mm,
you create it based on virtual. Okay, this is a sales organization that I'm
mm,
gonna
mm,
deal with for and all. And
mm,
sales
mm,
office is a physical entity inside which you actually do all the business
mm,
transactions.
mm, mm, mm. Okay, okay.
So it's an optional use, and uh, this will be helpful in the reporting as to track your profitability or
Mm,
to profit and loss, which sales office is doing good, which is not doing good,
mm,
to
mm,
analyzing the reasons why it's not doing good and all. Or for
mm,
that
mm.
and all, sales office will be useful.
Oh, okay, okay,
And
okay.
sales group is something that inside sales office there will be group of persons who will be
Mm, mm,
responsible for certain activities,
mm,
right?
mm. Like in the
Yeah,
example,
though,
premium cars, normal cars.
right,
Okay,
right.
okay, okay.
It's like so, some will be like maybe we have a premium customer where
Mm,
we need
mm,
a, a person to be responsible. I
mm,
have,
mm.
I'm maybe a 7 series, a big guy who's buying this, he should be knowing a person who he can contact.
Yes,
Like, okay,
exactly.
this is the person who is responsible for it. Okay, let me just call him.
Mm,
So
mm,
that group, like, okay, when he is not there, who is the next person? So that group, whoever is responsible to answer the customer, or so it comes into a sales group. So group of persons who are responsible for it.
okay.
Okay, inside a sales office, you'll have a sales group. These both are optional entries in here.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. After this, then we will have a
Shipping.
sales specific organization units like shipping point and loading points.
Mm,
Shipping point, as I mentioned, this is a place where you deliver the goods.
mm, mm,
Okay, so this is part of plan, but you should, whenever when we are saying how the delivery happens, it has to be always the shipping point,
mm, mm.
right? So
Yeah.
it is somewhere from which you actually start delivering the goods.
Okay, okay.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, so so shipping point is where you do all the shipping functions. The
Mm,
shipping functions mean how do we actually ship the goods? What is the route that you have to take?
mm, mm.
So how do we reach them? So all that activities I'll just tell you when we come to the
Sure,
actual
sure, sure,
description
sure,
of it.
sure, sure.
So how the deliveries, for example, we will have different shipping points, like maybe a rail is a shipping point.
Mm,
We have it's a route actually, but
mm,
shipping point is where in the airport, from the airport,
mm,
the air is the route, the
mm,
flight is a route, the air is a route, but before that we'll have a point where we keep all the goods to deliver it,
mm, mm, mm.
right?
Okay.
So for example, and it will be helpful to track it, like
Mm,
whether if he wants an urgent delivery, then we do the express delivery by flight if he's ready to bear the freight charges.
mm, mm,
If not, we'll just send our regular goods maybe by ship or maybe by road. The
mm,
point where the goods starts uh, the goods start moving is a shipping point
Okay.
to the customer,
Okay.
and
Okay.
loading point is where we how do we load the goods.
Mm-hmm.
So it is actually divided. It is part of shipping point. In shipping point, how do we load the goods and all will be taken care by loading point, like which is a point like loading point is something like how do we load the goods. Maybe it's a heavy thing, we need a crane to load the goods, or it's something a sensitive thing, so we may need a special precaution to load the good, so we cannot just directly load it. So this will also come into picture, loading point and also the shipping points.
Mm-hmm.
This is also part of organization unit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how, from the sales point of view, the organizational structure looks like. So the client is very few. We don't actually. That's part of finance, and for us, most of the thing it starts with the company code. So company code is the highest level. Under company code, you have sales organization, distribution channel, and division. Right? So these are not like sales organization, distribution. Under company code, you have sales organization. Under sales organization, you have both distribution channel as well as division. So division will not come under distribution channel. It's actually under sales organization. You have two arrow marks. One is a distribution channel, another one is a division. Both are at the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So as it's a motor company, so as I said, there is a company, say BMW is a company code, and it has two sales organizations in Bangalore. One is the local sales, which is national sales, and another division is responsible for exports.
Okay. Okay.
And in the exports, they're doing only the retail business, and that too only the motorcycles. They don't deal with cars, and
Mm-hmm.
they do only the retail business. So at that time, in the we'll assign the distribution channel of retail, and the division as motorcycle for exports, and the in the national sales we are doing both wholesale as well as retail. Say in the wholesale we are dealing only with cars, and if you're dealing both with cars and motorcycles, again we will have one sales organization having one wholesale, having car, and also the bike, if you're dealing both. And retail, what we're doing is only motorcycle. So this is how we form a structure. During our you can start preparing your own we have only one server that will be getting access. You can start preparing your own company code, sales organization, distribution channel,
Sure.
division.
Sure. Sure.
So we'll just assign them, and during our next after 10-15 days, when we actually get into a project, when we do a project, so we'll again come across everything, like we'll create a whole process. Now we'll go
Okay.
like one by one, and in the project
Okay.
we combine everything and we create like one real-time project.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here the relationship between, okay, this is fine, into one company code, which means one sales area is assigned to one company code, which means like this is a the sales organization, division,
Yeah.
all this combined together is called a sales area.
Sales area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sales area. Okay. And the
Okay.
relationship between sales area and company code is one to one.
Sorry, sir.
Like you
Come back
cannot
again.
have the same sales.
The relationship between sales area and company code.
The relationship between a
Okay.
company is one to one. Like say one company code can have
Mm.
multiple sales organizations.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. But one sales, I mean multiple sales areas. Okay.
Ah. Ah.
And one sales area can
Mm.
be there only in one company code.
Mm. Mm.
Like when you see from company code point of view,
Mm. Mm.
one to many. And when it comes to sales area,
Mm.
this
Mm.
is a sales area. I have sent this company code, the same
Mm. Mm.
sales area, getting it.
Okay.
So that is the meaning what I mentioned here. One sales area is
Yeah. Yeah.
getting it.
Yeah.
And again here we have again divided into a company code we'll have sales distribution channel division. These are the sales offices and sales group.
Okay.
It's just a diagrammatic representation of what we have already talked.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the same level how we have sales organization,
Mm.
the same level we have plant in here.
Yeah.
Plant, sales organization, shipping point, all these are in the same level, which will be assigned to a company code.
Yes.
Getting it?
Yeah. Yeah.
All are at the same level. They'll be assigned to a company code.
Okay.
And they'll be assigned to each other also in the enterprise sector we'll just see. But
Yeah.
plant, shipping point, sales organization, all these belong to the same level.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So now as how we have sales organization, we have to even configure plants in the under a company. Plant will have storage locations in it.
Okay.
Like what are the different storage locations in a plant? We may have different buildings, what I mentioned here. There can be an open storage. So how do we store it? So all this will be coming to picture inside, and under the plant you'll have storage location.
Yeah.
Clear with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now here under the plant you have shipping points, but this is also the same level. So in one plant, like in one plant, the shipping points, as I mentioned, it can be a ship depot or a flight area or a rail or a truck. So what all those are the mode of transport. But before it actually goes, so which is the point you're actually delivering the goods. There'll be you bring all the goods and you bring from a plant and you keep it at one location. So that is called a shipping point. That is the starting point of deliveries. Shipping point. A shipping point is the is to create a delivery, we should have a shipping point. The shipping point is say a main entity for creating a delivery processing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And inside near the shipping point and to load the goods into the actual truck or rail. So what all the different sources that we are using is the loading points.
Loading
Like
points.
loading point. Loading point may be a ramp or it can be something a crane, something like that. How do you use it? Loading point.
Yeah.
Okay. Then all this will actually create now. The sales organization should be assigned to a distribution channel and division. So like how do we do the delivery plan assignment and all? We'll just create it now on system. So you'll just understand in more better way. Now once we are done this exercise, you also create your own plan, your own storage location, sales organization, everything you can create on your own.
Okay.
On system, so that you will have a practical knowledge on how to do it.
And assign it. Okay.
Yeah, assign everything. I'll show you. I'll create one.
Okay.
So we'll just do it once it's done. Any questions on organizational structure so far?
No.
All right. So we'll
Yeah.
create organizational structure then.
If I do some exercise, I may get in this one. I'll ask in the next class. I'll start doing an exercise after you finish the class.
Yeah, we'll just finish only with the organizational structure today.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then from tomorrow.
Sure.
And last time I actually mentioned you. 1 second. Okay. I actually mentioned you saying that here it says database system is MS SQL, but what we use here is an Oracle system. I told you, right? We use Oracle database.
Database system is an Oracle. Okay. 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 Exactly. Okay.
Once we get the GUI, you can see. So this is a so in ECC system in generally here you see Oracle, not actually MS SQL. So our database system is Oracle. So whatever we save it in an Oracle database.
Oracle. And then we transfer the data to SAP this thing, huh?
No, see, what I mentioned, it's actually 3 layer. One is a presentation layer, another
Okay.
one is an application layer, another
Okay.
one is a database layer,
Okay.
right? So what you see is a presentation layer,
Okay.
okay?
Hmm.
And application layer is where inside when you're creating it, whatever transactions that runs is an application layer. It happens in the background
Mm-hmm.
application, and it will show you in the presentation layer. But whatever it is getting saved in a server, it's in Oracle.
Oracle.
So it's not getting, we are using Oracle database, but nothing like transfer from Oracle to SAP, nothing like that. Our database itself is an Oracle.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Whatever tables and all we save, right?
Mm-hmm.
The table, the entries, whatever we save, all the things in the background, it is saving in Oracle.
Then what
That's the
is
reason
that
why.
which we, as you said, we transfer all the datas, once we create all the datas, we'll transfer to the production system. So what is that called?
See, that is in between systems. For example, for all the systems,
Mm.
database is Oracle,
Okay.
irrespective of production system, irrespective of quality system, irrespective of development system, everything is database is Oracle.
Oracle. Yep.
Database is nothing but it's getting saved.
Mm.
The background where all the entries are getting saved is in Oracle.
Okay.
That's it, right?
Okay.
But transferring of the data is something like there will be one, say, there'll be one client. Now, once I'm entering the sales order,
Mm.
I mean, once I'm entering into ECC,
Mm.
I have something called 800 client.
Okay.
So 800 client is only maybe for development team
Okay.
who are responsible for creating,
Mm.
uh, doing their customization.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be a different client which is only for uh, what is our configuration.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So we combine everything and we send it to another client where we do our testing.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It
Transferring that thing is called, what is that, Dinesh?
That's why yesterday I was telling there's no terminology as such.
Okay.
It's a part of ASAP methodology. Like in the methodology, how do we actually transfer the goods?
How,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
How do we transfer it, Dinesh?
I will come across. I'll just show you there are some transaction codes that we use.
Oh,
Like we'll create something called a transport request
okay.
where everything
Yeah, yeah.
here
We'll do that in
we
SAP
have
methodology, right?
yeah, one we have is a customizing request,
Okay.
and one we have is workbench request. Customizing request is where we functional consultants,
Okay.
SAP SD, we have functional modules.
Okay.
So we do our configuration, everything. So we do our configurations in customizing request. We save in
Okay.
anything related to ABAP changes,
Mm-hmm.
ABAP related, any customizations. They save it in workbench request.
Workbench request. Okay.
Workbench request. Then we transfer these both requests to one different,
Mm-hmm.
say, client, and we do the testing.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that we move to another server,
Mm-hmm.
another SAP server itself, where we do the quality testing.
Mm-hmm.
Like once it passed, this is actually different levels of check. You cannot just simply move our goods to production. If it fails in production, then it will be it is a showstopper for business,
Mm-hmm.
right? So any applications before it's actually moved to production, there will be a lot of testing that will be done. There will be a lot of configuration. Any new change requires a lot of processes that has to go through,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So all these processes we do it in a different servers so that we will make sure that there are no defects to move ahead for the user for his testing.
Mm-hmm. So once I get this clear picture when we do an ASAP methodology.
Right. During the project you will know.
Okay.
You will know how do we move the request,
Mm.
what is the transaction code that we use, how
Mm-hmm.
do we release it, how do we release everything. We will not coming to solution management, but I'll just explain you. I'll just give you the screenshots during
Mm-hmm.
the end of
Yeah,
the
yeah, that
class,
will be
like how.
great, great. So we in ASAP methodology, are we covering LSMW and all?
LSMW also, I'll just tell you what are the different
Yeah,
steps that
yeah,
we
yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can start creating your own you can take an Excel where you can write down the customers to upload them and to check whether the master data is getting created. So
Oh,
practically you will, and I'll help you out.
oh,
Say for example,
super, super.
now
Okay,
during this stage, we'll just create a customer.
super. Okay,
I'll just create a customer.
okay,
Say I have to create 100 customers, which is not possible.
okay,
So I use LSMW.
okay.
It's used for like mainly for master data updation
Mm-hmm.
or the remaining transactions which you have the or the already sales orders you have created.
Mm-hmm.
So you're moving. We'll discuss across projects. Now it may be confusing for
Yeah,
you if
yeah,
I tell you
exactly,
more.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll do that. Okay.
So let's actually discuss as a part of project. So because
Super,
once
super.
you get through all this basic, it will
Super,
be
super.
very much
Yeah,
useful
yeah,
for you.
I'll get it strong. Because one more, Dinesh, I have this working material with me. Sorry, SAP material, certification material with me. In that, you
Mhm.
have this exercise. So once you
Mhm.
show me some exercise, I'll practice your
Mhm.
exercise as well as the SAP material, which is certified material, which is given by SAP people. I'll
Right,
practice
right,
those
right,
exercises too. So
right. Sure.
it will be very easy to me to be updated to the next
You have,
class.
right. You have actually uh, worked on SAP before, like I'm saying, practiced
Yeah, yeah,
SAP.
I have practiced it. I
Practiced
practiced it,
SAP, right?
but 1.5 year, 2 years, there was a gap.
Right, right.
Mm.
Okay. So once you log into SAP,
Yeah,
this is a screen. You get it. You can see my screen, right?
yeah,
So this is a screen.
yeah.
This screen is a user screen
Hmm.
where user plays on it.
Yeah.
If the user is from the sales department, he goes to sales and distribution,
Mm,
and he want to create a sales order. He go to sales,
mm,
go to order, BA01, and create the
mm,
sales order.
mm,
And he types in.
mm, mm, mm.
But to work, to create all the sales order, to give it in the background, we would have created everything.
Yeah, yeah,
We would
exactly.
have made him create everything.
Yeah.
So as a functional consultant, all these settings we do in SPRO customization.
Yes,
And
exactly.
you know the transaction code should be SPRO.
Yes, exactly. I know.
Or
Yeah.
the path can be from tools,
Mm,
customizing, IMG,
mm,
SPRO.
mm, mm, mm,
Here you go, and you have to click on SAP reference,
mm, mm,
IMG.
mm, 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 mm.
So this is a customizing screen where the users will not have any access.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
only you functional consultants
Mm,
and the technical people, like we from the IT team will have access for this.
super. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it right? Okay.
Okay.
Now, once there is a transaction code,
Mm,
will again come across.
mm,
Once you create all your organizational structure, right?
mm.
There's a transaction code called EC01.
Okay.
And one more thing, slash n and slash o. Do you know what is slash n and
Yes,
slash o?
slash n is next screen, slash o is the present screen, right?
No, slash n is a present screen. Like for
Okay.
example, I want to go to the sales order. I
Mm,
press slash n VA01.
mm,
This the screen presently open will go,
mm.
and the next screen will be open.
Okay.
And if I have to go to, if I do a slash o SPRO, this screen is still there.
Mm.
There'll be a new screen that opens.
New
So I'll have
windows.
both the screens open.
Okay.
Yeah, new window.
Slash
So
n,
I'll
there's
have both
nothing
open.
difference, right? Slash n and the normal transaction code we enter.
Normal transaction code means?
Okay, I'll just
See,
directly give to VA01. It will directly open it.
yeah. See, if you are in the user screen,
Mm.
this is a user screen, right?
Okay.
The user screen.
Mm.
Here, if you give VA01,
Mm.
it opens.
Yeah.
But if you are in the customizing screen,
Mm.
for example, SPRO,
Mm.
and you are in the inside IMG or even in the outside,
Mm.
to create a VA01, it does not work. You're
Mm.
still same. So
So,
if you're using any transaction from the customizing screen,
mm.
you have to either use slash n or slash o.
Mm.
If you're in the user screen, you don't need to use any of the transaction. I mean, you don't need to use any slash n or slash o.
Okay. Super.
Got it?
Yeah.
So once you create your sales organization, once you're creating with your organizational data, once you practice,
Mm.
So there's a transaction code EC01. Execute this transaction code and you will see you will see what all the different once you click on structure.
Organizational object.
I'll show you across like once you create EC01, right? This is
So
to
any
see your
transaction
structure
code
whether
should I should proceed with customizing. Either I should give /n or /0.
/o.
/o. So
/o.
nothing doesn't work directly, right?
It works directly if you're on the open. Once you open, there'll be a user screen that opens, right?
Oh, only in the easy access. If I'm the customizing, I should give /n or /o.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay. And what is this EC01 transaction? Okay.
EC01 is nothing but to check your structure.
To check
Now
your
you
structure.
have created is check your organization structure. Now you have created your plan, you have created your sales organization, everything under your company code. You would like to see how you have created everything in one go.
Okay.
Like whether you created it right or wrong.
Okay.
So then you go to EC01, then you click on structure.
Okay.
Then you click on navigation.
Structure
Navigation.
Navigation. Okay.
Navigation. This will give you all the different company codes that are present.
Yeah. Okay.
In this company code, for example, the company code you have created is BMW 1 or BMW. For example, say this is the one. You double click on this. You open this. Then you will see, okay, this is a company code. Under this company code, what are the sales organizations that I have given? Under sales organization, what is the distribution chart? So every details you can see as one structure. This is very helpful. This is very helpful to check you have created it in the right way as
Or
required
not.
or not.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once we create, we'll just see it, like how it comes and all.
Sure.
Okay. So let's again go to the customizing screen. Let's go into enterprise structure. Okay. In the enterprise structure, you have definition. Company code comes under financial accounting. So we should create one company code. First thing, this will be done by the finance in the real time because we are just dealing with. We have to proceed
Always
with our
company code
changes.
is
So
done by finance thing, right?
company code is entire responsibility of finance.
Okay.
So our responsibility comes into picture where we have sales and distribution, right?
Okay.
Inside this, creating sales organization, distribution channel, sales office, sales group, all these will come in. Okay.
Okay.
So let's you practice it just for the explanation. We'll make it very simple. We'll just use whenever you're trying to create something. Okay. You always in production also. You always copy. Never create by your own. You always copy it from entry existing. Okay. Then create. This will be helpful for you. There will be so many copy controls. There will be so many inside functionalities that will be happening in the in different areas. Like there will be some deliveries or related deliveries. How do you create a delivery? How do you create a sales order? There will be so many copy controls and there will be so many different requirements that will be inside. So if you just create on own, so it will not all this will not have any effect. If you copy it from the standard, so they will be automatically copied and you can change according to your requirement. So it's always advisable. So it is always advisable to copy it from something, then create it.
Okay.
We'll see if we have 001 is a standard company code, and let's create one company code. I'll just create BMW. Will it be good for you, BMW?
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So see, when you're copying it, it will ask, only copy GL accounts if you want to allocate the same. Do you want to copy the GL accounts of the company code data? For whatever you get, press yes. This is a currency euro 001. Do you want to yes? So when you're copying it, you always copy, and let's make it.
Sure.
This is company code currency. Just press all this instant is not a problem. You just press
While in the real
enter.
time also, should I do like this, Dinesh?
In the real time also, you have it's always advisable to copy it from the existing, and there may be something like there may be already, for example, they would have had a France or a US or an India already existing. So they will say, okay, they will give you an example when business say, I want the exact functionality how it is for example, France and Germany both are EMEA countries, both are in Europe. So they say that I want the functionality of the France. You have already France existing. For Germany, they would say that I want the same how it is there for France. What you do is you go to the France company code, you copy it from there, and you give you a new company code Germany, so that all the data will be copied.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
You won't really want all this. Press enter, so everything will be copied. And it will ask for the customizing request now. Okay. So whatever you save, I said it will be saved in customizing request, right?
Okay.
And whatever ABAPer does, it will be saved in workbench request. You go to SC01 T code. Actually, here also you can create one. You say create a request means it will create one new transportation request. Or else we can create from here. We'll see if we have any customizing request available. There is one customizing request available. So that is the request came here. Okay. If you want to, for example, they will say you're doing configuration. I mean, you're doing activities for France. You're doing for Germany. You're doing so many you're setting up so many organizations together. Okay. India. At that time, it is always advisable. Business will say, see, all your France, you save it in one customizing TR, transport request. All your Germany, you save it in one customizing request. All the India, you save it in one customizing request, so that it will be easy for you to track it. Right?
Okay. So we can give any name to the customizing request, and we can move it to the ABAPers.
No, this I'll tell you. This will not come to ABAPers. Now, now this is an existing customizing request that we have. But what I do is, while we're creating, I'll create one new customizing request for us. For SAP user, create a new. It will ask customizing request or workbench request. We'll say customizing request.
Okay.
Then it will ask for description. I'll say BMW India Limited. Okay. And project you have to give. So okay, there's no project in here. Okay, not a problem. There, once we have it, there'll be one project that comes into picture in production.
Can you do this? Can you show me this again?
Yeah, sure. I came to a T code called SC01.
Okay.
Okay. I selected only as of now customizing request.
Okay.
Your user ID will come here automatically.
Okay.
Okay, and you click here. This is a new button. Create.
Button. Okay, create new button. Okay.
Yeah. You click on this. It will again show a pop-up. You want a customizing request or a workbench request.
Okay.
You will say customizing request. Whatever you create will be customizing request. And whatever ABAP creates will be in
workbench request. Why is that workbench request, Dinesh?
See, workbench request is for it's not in standard SAP. Workbench request is to tweak with the standard SAP. And how do we differentiate like who has done what? Like whatever you will not have access to do changes in the code. Inside the code, you are not a developer. You are not an ABAPer. I'm not an ABAPer. So I will not have access. So there has to be a control. I cannot simply go change something inside. Like, so that is where, and development team is not responsible to create some customizations. They
Oh,
cannot come into PRO and they cannot create a company code. They cannot create a sales organization. They are not responsible, and they should not do it.
mm-hmm.
So and you have to differentiate who has done what, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is where you save in a different transport request.
Okay.
Once
Okay,
when you do it,
this is to create a transport request or customizing request.
see both customizing and workbench or transport request.
Or same.
Both are both are transport requests. I
Both
mean
are transport
transport
requests.
requests. Both are transport requests.
Okay.
This is customizing transport request, workbench transport request. So
Okay.
both we will transport to another servers. Transport request is nothing but which can be transferred from one server to another server, or which
Okay.
can be transferred from one client to another client.
Okay.
Is a transport request that can be transported is a transport request.
Okay. Usually,
We have customer.
usually the client's server number, what you showed, will be only in 3 digits.
Yeah, client will always be in 3 digits, but
Something
it will
around
not
some
be
710, 720 like that.
right. Nothing in the 800 series or 900 series will it be. It will
Mm.
be something like 001,
Mm-hmm.
010.
Mm.
So something like that. 800 series and all will never be there.
From zero
This is
one
only
zero.
for
Okay. In the real time,
it's
only till 100 it will be.
no 410 anything not more than 800.
Oh.
700, 600 series, 500 series,
Mm-hmm.
anything will be there. But 800 series will never be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you create a customizing request and all here. Got it
Okay.
right? How to create?
Okay, okay, I got it.
By you create
This
one.
small
You
again,
create one.
don't mind.
Yeah.
This is what is the difference between server to server and client to client?
Client to client is within a server.
Within a
Now
server. Okay, within a server. Okay.
we are using a server. So this is a system that we are using. AVN. You will see in the once you come into the logon pad.
Mm,
Once you click on this edit,
mm.
you will see where is it? Yeah, application server is this.
Daksh. Okay.
Okay.
Mm,
And inside this server,
mm,
I am having different clients. 800 is one client,
mm-hmm,
810 is one client,
mm-hmm, mm,
820 is like that. But if it's a different server, then
mm,
here in the axis,
mm,
in the easy axis, you
mm,
will have one more entry like
mm-hmm,
SAP development, SAP
mm-hmm,
DVP will be one server,
mm.
SAP testing
Testing
is
is
one
one
server,
server. Okay.
SAP production is one server.
Okay. This is server to server.
Right.
How about client to client?
Client to client will be like 800 is one client inside a server.
Okay.
And there can be a client called 810,
Mm,
820 is one more client.
mm-hmm,
So
mm.
client is inside a server. So it's a subdivision of server. It's called a client.
Okay. So in one project, how many clients will be there? Only one client, right?
No, that depends upon business. For example, business say that
If I'm a SAP
my
SD
business.
team, so it consists of 4 members. So there will be four
Mhm.
client numbers.
No. You all use the same client. For
Okay.
example, say you all use this same client.
Okay.
800 will be the client that all you four consultants use.
Okay. Okay.
And 800 may be the same client even the development team will use.
Okay. Okay.
It can be the same client. Client and server will come in. For example, uh, the storage. For example, say Apple.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Apple is one of the biggest major players in the market for mobile division and also for a lot of software, iTunes and all. They
Okay.
are the major players. So their database is very huge.
Hmm.
Every minute they sell around some 100 iPhones. I'm just saying an example,
Hmm.
or some 1,000 iPhones. So their storage is very high
Hmm. Hmm.
because they have to store all the data. At
Hmm.
that time, what they do, they create many servers. They will
Hmm.
say that, okay, in the production, let our server be big, and your testing should also be big. Your development should also let you test more, let you use many test cases.
Hmm. Hmm.
So at that time, storage becomes more.
Mm-hmm.
So they will say, okay, we'll go with different servers, like development one server, for
Mm-hmm.
for your customizing one server. Then
Mm-hmm.
we'll put all this in one more server and
Mm-hmm.
we'll test it. After that, we'll move to one more pre-production server and also we'll test it. Then we'll move to production server.
But for all
Because
this,
any
client
small,
will be same. Client number will be same.
it depends. If server differs,
Mm.
it can be same, it can be different. Doesn't matter.
It can be same or different.
Like it can be same or different. They can use the same client name. Doesn't matter because it's a different server altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Because client is only to server specific.
Server specific. Okay. Okay.
It's
Okay.
only the in one server you can have only one 800. You cannot have two three 800. I have
Uh-huh.
I have I have two three servers, so I can have two three 800s.
You
It's my
can't have.
wish.
So you should
But
have
however,
different number. Okay. Okay.
okay, if it's a different server, then you can have the same client name. Got it? Or
Oh,
any confusion still?
if it's different server, different client numbers.
No, same client number you can have, right? For example, say let's take a generic example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh,
Mm.
uh, let I don't know how good is this example, but I'm just saying I have a Samsung 65-inch TV in my home.
Mm-hmm.
So you can also still have the same
Mm-hmm.
because we don't belong to the same server. Let's think you and me are two different servers,
Mm-hmm.
and we are using the same client.
Mm-hmm.
I think this example is stupid, but I'm just giving
Yeah, yeah,
you.
I'm getting it. I'm getting to know. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, so that is how you actually deal with it. Like if for example, in one house,
Mm.
like say one house is one server, you
Mm.
cannot. There's no point of you cannot have same number inside it. For example, I cannot have two same things inside
Mm.
one server. I cannot have two 800s.
I got it.
I cannot have two 800s in one server, but I
Mm-hmm.
can have the same 800 in
Mm-hmm.
two different servers.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Got it.
Got it, right?
Yeah, yeah, got it.
No confusions.
Yeah, yeah, no, no.
Good. So we come to the organizational structure. So we click on copy this company code that I was showing you. We
Mm.
copy it from, sorry, we copy, then we click here, we click on, see this one I'm just pressing tab.
Mm.
So if I press tab, all the entries that we have
Yeah, yeah, I
recently
know
entered
those
will come.
shortcut keys. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm using 001 and
Mm.
two company code. I have created BMW
Mm.
and I'm just copying everything. I'll say yes, yes. Currency I'll give it as INR.
Mm.
Copy everything. Yes. Everything is copied. Once you save it, it will ask which customizing TR you want to save.
Mm.
Okay. You
Mm.
F4 you can search for your customizing TR.
Okay.
So I do an F4. I have created on BMW India Limited, right?
Okay.
I'll select this one.
Mm.
I'll select this server. Then I save it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if it's copied or not. I just got some error. No, it's not copied.
Because it is IDS, it
Okay.
since so
I will.
we should save it in the
Yeah,
same TR, I think.
it shouldn't be that case. I don't know. Let me just try one more time. Company code is actually 4-digit one.
Mm.
BMW1.
So we should not go to edit this thing, right? We should only go for copy, delete.
It's always advisable that you copy and you just save it.
Okay. Don't want to edit, right?
No, not from the
Okay.
edit.
Okay.
I'm just doing it. But what I'll tell you is,
Hmm.
for you, okay, because you do from edit, not from copy.
Okay.
The reason why I'm telling you this is you will get errors in between.
Hmm.
Okay, it's not
But
letting.
in edit, you should copy all the GL account and everything, right? So it will be a problem.
That will not come. Yeah, that's there. So that's the reason why I'm just telling. Company code, you copy it from here, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but when it comes to all the sales area assignment, right? Do not
Uh-huh.
copy it. So
I'll
let
go
you
for
get the
edit.
error.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you go for edit because you,
Okay.
the way you learn is only once you get an error. You will
Uh,
know you will know what is an error. Then
mm,
you will start digging into it. If you
mm,
don't get an error, there's no point that you you become a consultant. Like
mm,
you will not understand. You will think that okay, this is happening, and suddenly once you get an error, it will
mm.
be very very difficult for you.
Okay, okay. Yeah, only the
So,
company code I'll copy it. All the other things I'll do it edit.
yeah, you just do it in edit. The numeric, right, okay. It's not letting me the.
Not a
It
problem.
is asking me.
I'll shall I try it in my IDS system? I have installed an IDS.
Yeah, just create something.
I'll create it
But
and I'll show you tomorrow with the
yeah,
EC01 this thing. I'll show you the structure
EC0,
map.
just the structure. Yeah, you just show me the structure tomorrow,
Yeah, yeah, structure
so
map
we'll
I'll
see.
show you.
And
I'll just create
we'll
till planning storage location.
yeah,
Of
okay.
only company code
You
I'll use copy. All the other things I'll do from
copy,
edit
right, right,
and I'll assign the things.
and right. You know how to define and assign, right? You
Yeah, yeah, I
plant,
know define
store,
assigning. Yeah, yeah, I'll do that.
sales, office, sales. Okay.
Mm.
So you tomorrow in the assignment you finish off
Shall I
the
do only
company code.
define the things? Assign, shall I do it tomorrow?
Uh, if okay, assignment. Do you have any doubts on it?
No,
Because
no, no, no,
if
no.
it's there, then
No, no, I don't have any doubts. I'll
you know
just,
you know how to
it would
finish.
have been
You know
easy
how
if
to
you
do it,
had
right?
given me the notes, so I would have I would have referred that and I would have done it.
Like how? What do you want me to do? I can actually do it for you.
Okay, I'll do one thing.
Uh,
I'll
uh,
take my exercise book, which is given by SAP people. I'll create all
mhm,
the things with that reference and I'll show it to you.
mhm. Okay, because anyway we'll be using the same system.
Yeah, yeah, same system.
During the presentation also the same system we'll
Shall I
be
create
using. So
in
I can
this
also
or in
check.
my ideas installed system, shall I do it?
See tomorrow. Uh, uh, what is his name? Like
Sunny, Sunny.
uh, Sunny. Yeah, Sunny. Sorry. So
Uh,
Sunny will give us the
server
server
access.
access.
Ah.
So once you get the server access, you do it from the server access, so that
Hmm.
I can check it. What you practice in your idea system,
Hmm. Hmm.
that's good.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
at the same time, you create the
This one,
also
server
check.
access. Okay, okay.
So you install that server also.
Yeah, yeah, I've installed it. Okay.
So so we'll just start working on that server as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
So daily, if you give me an
So
exercise, so it will be an easy to me
yeah.
to be updated in the next
So
class.
right. Today exercise will be mainly related to this enterprise structure.
Okay.
So you just create a company code, a
Okay.
plant, one
Plans,
plant,
storage location,
storage location, like
sales area,
say
sensors, organization.
one
Uh,
company code,
okay.
two plants,
One company code, two plans. Okay.
and two plants having two storage locations each,
Two plans have two storage location each. Okay.
and uh, two sales organizations. One is for exports and one is for domestic
Two
sales organizations. One is
sales.
an export sales organization, and one is a domestic sales
One is
organization.
export, one is domestic. Okay.
And each having two divisions and two distribution channels.
Each having two division, two distribution channels.
And two
Okay.
distribution
Done.
channels.
Done. Done.
You just create this structure.
Okay.
And inside plant also you will have storage location that I have told you, right? To do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just do this
Hmm.
structure so that we can start something.
Inside
And
inside plant, two storage locations. Storage location is different, right?
store means different means like, yeah, two different storage locations. Maybe 001, 002. You just create like
Yeah, yeah.
two
I'll do
different.
that. Two storage location. Ah, okay. Two plants and two storage location for each plant.
Right. Two storage locations for each plant.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that.
So once this is done with this, then we'll discuss on the master data tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'll assign the
Uh,
things. Huh?
yeah, sure. Assign this. So we'll just check on. We'll just briefly go through 10 minutes tomorrow on this.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we'll go through the master data, and also if the time permits, we'll start with creation of sales orders as well. We'll
Yeah.
create master data in the class itself tomorrow. We'll
Sure,
create
sure.
one customer master and one material master.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
And
we
other
start
notes you're going to
sales.
give me on Monday?
Yeah, all the notes I'll just give you on Monday. All this.
Sure. Done. Done.
Because I need I want to give a clear notes for you.
Sure,
I
sure,
have
sure.
it, but it's not. There are few parts that there is no. You will not understand the right way, because
Okay. Okay.
that was this presentation was actually used for a different purpose recently for some other training.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that was a bit advanced. So I would like to edit a few and then send it to you.
Sure, sure,
And
sure.
in this weekday I may not find time to actually do that.
Sure, 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 sure,
So
sure. Cool.
let me just finish that and
Yeah, yeah, not a problem.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you just create this. So tomorrow class we'll just see on that.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you so much, Dinesh.
Okay.
It was
No
really helpful.
problem. No, it's my duty here. Okay.
Sure, sure. Yeah.
So we'll just do that.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow class we'll just go through today
Hmm.
whatever we had spoken and a bit more detail.
Sure.
Then
Same
we'll
time,
continue
right?
with yeah, same time should be good.
Yeah. Tell me if you want
Okay.
any, if you want to start up early, just WhatsApp me. I'm ready because I'm all free now. Morning I have little
Okay.
commitments. So in the sense
Okay.
morning it's not possible. So if you're very ready
Mhm.
in the early stages or early, so I'm ready for that.
Yeah, if I come back from office soon, then we can, because
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
You
have
take your time.
some
Yeah, you freshen up.
yeah, there'll be
Your
some
time.
meetings, because even today also I was very late, like I was stuck up in traffic in between.
Yeah, yeah. Have this
So
traffic. Yeah,
so Bangalore traffic, you know.
yeah, yeah.
So once
Mm.
so maybe if possible I'll definitely ping you. If not, we can have it the same.
Okay, your this thing is in Marthali, yeah, White EcoSpace.
EcoSpace, I have office. It's my main office is EcoSpace now, but I started working near Global Village. It's on actually Mysore Road.
Oh,
So
Global
I
Village.
work some,
So you stay in
yeah.
nearby, yeah?
I I stay in Vijayanagar.
Vijayanagar. Oh,
So
it's quite easy.
yeah.
But main headache has been cleared. The Nainadi flyover has been done, right?
Right. You stay somewhere here?
I stay Kumasham layout, Isra layout.
Oh, okay, nice.
I stay Isra layout.
Good.
Okay.
So that's the thing. EcoSpace and all was very hectic for me to go every day.
EcoSpace and all is like, oh, man.
I used to take almost 2.5 hours per day.
Yeah, you can cross the Pakistan border, but you can't cross the Silk Board and Belando signal. It is like
Right. It was.
a lot of
So
headache.
for me, I can work from anywhere. So that's an option that I have.
Oh, cool,
So
cool, cool.
sometimes we just.
Global Village, I think that much traffic is not there when you compare to Belandur and all.
No, there's no traffic at all. I hardly take 20 minutes time.
Yeah, yeah, it's very easy. Yeah.
But today I had to actually go to a different office,
Mm-hmm.
which we have one more time. So near.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good, good.
it took some time.
Mm.
Okay, Pritam, then
Thank you so much,
we'll
Sunny.
just
Yeah, we'll catch up
catch you
tomorrow.
up. Okay. Chalo.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
thank you.
Good night.
Bye.